Hey, mic check.
In today's connected world, digital wellness matters. It's about staying safe online, finding balance at home, and having peace of mind with the technology.
Hey, good evening or good afternoon, folks, as Zariah Galvan steps in for the first road district game of the year for the Alpine Ladybucks as she grounds out to the third baseman here in Presidio. Ladybucks 1-0 in district play. It's the district opener for Presidio. Again, as Zariah took that on the left side. And number 2 steps in, Taryn Harden. Taryn Harden again takes it to the hot corner. This squeezes its way inside and out towards the corner as she tries to grab an extra bag. A close play at second base. But Taryn Harden, the speedy pitcher on the day, gets in with a double. Again, with one down after Zariah took a ball back to the same spot. It's Cody Hawkins stepping in. She's heading out of town here soon on the road for Alpine Ladybuck Powerlifting with Casey Hawkins on deck. Again, Zariah Galvan, the one spot in the order with Taryn Harden batting second. Now it's Taryn headed for second base. Headed for third. And she'll steal third base on the first pitch shown with a runner on base on the day. Kisara Olivas, the pitcher for Presidio. Ladybucks, again, a carousel on the base pass. It looks like early on as this misses up high. 2-0. 2-0 to Cody Hawkins, who's leaving, I think, at 3 a.m. in the morning for the state powerlifting meet. Her other state powerlifting contenders have not left town, or they already have left town. They're out on the road, but again, Cody lagging just behind. Cody, the third baseman, with a 2-1 count here in Presidio. The wind dead still, a bit cozy here, maybe the high 70s as Cody grounds this towards the shortstop, who collects and fires just in time. No, they'll lose the ball on the exchange to the throwing hand. Is Cody safe? A 2-umpire crew. I don't see anybody on that first base side, and I think we got the signal over from the third base side. Cody is safe as it squeezed its way past the first baseman who had to lay out for that. So Cody, reaches on the E. We could call it the E6 on the throw that just bounced once right in front of the first baseman as Casey Hawkins, the sister of Cody, steps in. She'll take a strike on the outside. Casey, a sophomore. Again, Alina Gutierrez on deck, batting fifth in the order. Casey taking this low, 1-1. After Alina, it's Emiliana Hernandez, who's in left field today. Emily Sweet playing the shortstop position, batting next, then followed up by Lacey Tarango and Reina Martinez. Here's the 1-1 pitch, just high, now 2-1 to the Hawk, number 2. Again, the defensive look for Presidio, Casara Olivas in the circle. Her battery partner, Kazira Armendariz, as Casey takes this foul. The shortstop position, Zaylin Germano. At third is Leia Vasquez, and from left to right, it's Camilla Ortega, Carolina Lopez, as Casey rolls over it, grounds it towards the shortstop, who gets the lead runner, and Cody over at second base. So Casey will ground out into the fielder's choice. Again, Ladybucks up 1-0 after the RBI from Cody Hawkins. And finally, in right field, well, we'll have to see who's in right field. We've got a designated player, Itzel Galindo, batting in the lineup, and a right fielder playing in place of Galindo in the order, as this misses up high to Alina Gutierrez. Again, the count 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Sent foul, 1-1. Alpine has definitely had the better pre-district schedule and the better pre-district results than Presidio, but you never know when you head down south. Two big-time rivals in pretty much everything they play. Presidio in their white jerseys with the blue pants, with blue accents all over. Ladybucks, the gold pants and white uniforms, white jerseys as well. As this off-speed drops just low now, 2-1 to Alina, the right fielder. You can see the hills back behind the ballpark. We're situated on the other side of town from the high school. It's kind of a word of mouth when you're heading into town to figure out where this is, as this is grounded towards the second baseman. She'll collect and flip to first in time. Yuritzel Pina to Luisa Maria Valenzuela to end the top of the first. Lady Bucks will plate one and lead 1-0. We'll be back in a minute here at Big Bend Radio.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Again, it's Taryn Hardin warming up for the Lady Bucks. It was Cody getting the start in game 1 of district play. It'll be mostly Cody and Taryn in the circle with a few appearances from the freshmen throughout. Angelina Carter, again, might get that role. We've got a lot of opportunities for a freshman to pitch in district play with a road trip up to Tornillo next Tuesday. They have this Friday off as the Fighting Bucks start district play. But again, Taryn Hardin, a regular starter last season along with Cody Hawkins, and she will be a regular starter this year. Out in center field where Taryn normally plays is Casey Hawkins. If we look around the defensive look for the Lady Bucks, again, it's Taryn Hardin in the circle. Soraya Galvan, her battery partner. At first base, Reina Martinez. Lacey Tarango at second. The shortstop, Emily Sweet. Cody Hawkins over at third. And from left to right in the outfield, Emiliana Hernandez, Casey Hawkins, then Elena Gutierrez. First pitch misses for a ball, 1-0 as Taryn sends the off-speed in for a swing and a miss, 1-1. To the one spot in the pitcher, Casara Olivas. Kind of at this level, the 3A level, a lot of times, one of your best athletes is going to be your pitcher, one of your best softball players, and Olivas, again, is the pitcher in the one spot in the order. Taryn Hardin bats second in the order as a pitcher, and as well for the Lady Bucks is Cody Hawkins batting third, the other pitching option as the 2-1 comes. Popped up and foul, ricocheting off the backstop, 2-2. Looking through this Presidio order, again, it's Quisara Olivas leading off. Carolina Lores in the 2 spot. She's in center field. Leia Vasquez batting third at third base. Itzel Gaindo batting fourth, the designated player. Camilla Ortega batting fifth in left. Luisa Maria Valenzuela, let's say that 3 times fast, over at third base. I'm sorry, at first base. Kazara Armendariz, the catcher, batting seventh. Yuritzel Pina batting eighth as this is lifted towards center field. It's Casey Hawkins under it for the grab and the out. Then in the 9 spot, Zaylin Germano. With 1 away, it's Carolina Lares, center fielder. We'll see if she's a slap type hitter as the center fielder. Again, slap hitter will step forward in that box, have some speed coming out of the box. She tries to lay down a bunt and squeezes it right on past Cody Hawkins, attacking up the line, right towards the shortstop position for a bunt single for Lorez. That's exactly what you want to ask of Cody, the senior. Sensing the bunt, maybe a scouting report out as they've seen film on the team, and Cody was not just racing up the line, she was almost in the batter's box by the time the bunt was laid down, and they were able to put it right on past her glove over towards the shortstop position, just squeezing in between Taryn and Sweet. As this misses away, no, catches the zone on the outside. It's 0-1 to Leah Vasquez, the third baseman batting third. Both teams have the third baseman batting third today. Again, it's Cody for the Lady Bucks as the wind again sits dead still. The 0-1. Fouled down the line, 0-2 to Vasquez. I think we've seen 3 right-handed hitters thus far for Presidio. Here's the 0-2. Sent foul again. We'll reset with the 0-2 count. Again, a runner at first base and 1 down. We're live here at Big Bend Radio, 98.7 FM, 1240 AM locally, and live on YouTube. If you look up Big Bend Radio on YouTube, we'll be live this Friday with Alpine Fighting Buck Baseball when they host Anthony in their district opener back at Coconut Field. Here's the rock and the pitch from Taryn and another foul ball. 4 pitches into the at-bat to the 3 spot. The count 0-2 to Vasquez. The sun setting back behind us makes it awkward maybe for the folks in the outfield up here in the press box. It's a good angle for the ballpark as there's a swing and a miss. Taryn, 5 strikes in the at-bat. The throw will go to second base. As the ball hits the dirt, and they'll call the batter out. 2 away after the strikeout for Taryn. Presidio's head coach coming out to talk to the umpire about the lineup. Should be Itzel Gaindo, then Camilla Ortega. It was Camilla Ortega about to step in the batter's box. You know, a couple of years ago, we saw an Alpine Cowboy baseball game where they batted out of order. Our skipper waited till after they batted out of order, then went to the umpire, and both players were ruled out in a pivotal inning of that game as Taryn Harden rocks and fires. This catches the zone for a strike, 0-1 to the 4 spot, Itzel Gaindo. Another swing and a miss, chasing after that high off-speed pitch. With that runner at first base, Presidio trying to capitalize against the Lady Buck program that's had a ton of success in recent years. Off-speed, a swing and a miss. Strike 3, back-to-back Ks for Taryn Harden, sending us to the second inning with a 1-0 lead. We'll be back in a minute here from Big Ben Radio.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas, 2004 East Highway 90. Call 432-837-9597.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note, he's got a car, he's got a boat, and if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee, and we can do it today. And if he likes, a policy for his bikes or his home. Does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed. 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
Again, we're back here in the second inning. We saw two Ladybugs get on base. It was Taryn Harden with the double. She came in and scored on the E6 as Cody Hawkins grounded it towards the shortstop. That throw pulled the first baseman away from the bag, wasn't able to collect. And again, Cody got on safely, plating Taryn Harden. Then Casey Hawkins grounded out into the fielder's choice as they sent it to second base. Alina Gutierrez with the 4-3 put out, and now it's the sixth spot. The sixth spot. Emiliana for the first out here in the second. Leia Vasquez has had a busy day. Over at third, just 4 outs, and 2 of those putouts went through Leia Vasquez. Over at third base, it was Zariah Galvan with a hard hit ball to the hot corner to retire the first Ladybug in the batter's box on the day, as this off speed misses well high to the shortstop, Emily Sweet. It's the middle infield here in the order, the shortstop, then the second baseman, with our first baseman batting ninth, Reina Martinez, as this is lifted on the right side, out past the second baseman. Right fielder coming in, and they're unable to recollect. The second baseman almost anticipating getting called off of the ball, but the right fielder wasn't ready to get into the area, and the Ladybug, Emily Sweet, will get aboard safely. Lacey Tarango with 1 out. Presidio's pitcher has the full face mask and sunglasses look. Always interesting to see what they deck themselves out in. It was West Texas A&M, the #1 team in the country at the Division II level, in town the other day. Their starting pitcher didn't wear a face mask, didn't wear glasses. She went and she flew solo as this missed up high, 2-0 to Lacey Tarango. You know, we talk about Ladybug's success over recent years as well. That West Texas A&M program, again, #1 in the country right now at the Division II level, as this finds his own first strike, 2-1. The Ladybugs 2 years ago were knocked out by a River Road team in the playoffs, where the starting pitcher is a freshman for that West Texas A&M team getting regular innings. As the 2-1 comes, down low, hopping right in front of Lacey Tarango, and it's 3-1. So that same pitcher that beat us 2 years ago, again, was a junior that year and is now getting regular reps for the #1 team in the country at the D2 level. As this misses up high, Lacey Tarango, a patient battle of an at-bat, and she finds her way aboard. Runners at first and second with 1 away. Ladybugs up 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. It's Reina Martinez out in Presidio, Texas. Again, next week, the Ladybugs will continue their district journey on the road at Tornillo. And then I'm not sure, it's either at home or on the road, but Kermit would be the next team up before we go back around the loop with Anthony, then Presidio, then Tornillo, then Kermit again. Again, those are the 4 teams in the district as the freshman takes this high, 1-0. She looks down the line to Coach Chris Verdell. Coach Miranda coaching first base for Alpine. A recent move from Kermit to Alpine for Coach Miranda, as this is grounded foul towards Coach Chris Verdell, longtime coach here for Alpine Ladybug softball. Again, a 1-1 count with 1 away for the 9th spot, Martinez. Presidio's corner infielders playing in haven't been punished today, as the third baseman was able to make a couple of nice plays on some hot balls coming her way. Here's the 1-1. Just low now, 2-1. I've always wondered who lives in those houses back behind the stadium, and we can see somebody climbing into their car with a mobile home back there. I'm not sure if anybody at the high school level is taking a ball up towards his house. As this is grounded on the left side, Emily Sweet dances to avoid it. Now the go sign around third to the pitcher. Sweet slides in time, and the runners will advance into scoring position. Reina Martinez, an RBI single, and grabs the extra bag on the throw. Again, the Ladybucks have been aggressive on the base pass when given the opportunity, especially with the junior, Taryn Harden. But aggressive there as they send the runner around third, testing the arm of the center fielder. And Coach Chris Riddell got an A on that test. Doubling up Presidio now 2-0. I guess you couldn't say doubling them up, but doubling their scoring margin. Here's the first pitch to the one spot back around. Zarat Galvan, the catcher for the Lady Bucks, takes it just high, 1-0. She's been an everyday catcher since her freshman year, now a junior for Alpine. Spent a lot of time in that position as the quarterback, the leader of the team, as this finds the zone high. It's 1-1 to the righty. I think we've got 9 righties in the lineup. Again, you can't pick and choose at the high level, especially if you're standing at second, sees the ball scoot away from the pitcher towards the catcher, and she'll take the extra base. 4-0 Alpine. We'll give a base hit there to Zariah. Again, it touched the glove of the center fielder, but really at the extent of her range and a hard play. As Taryn Harden steps in. The deal with a right-handed arm and a left-handed bat, being able to see it better out of a right-handed arm is very much alive in the softball side of things. It's a big conversation in baseball as this is lifted out to the right field through the glove of the right fielder, and Taryn Harden on her horse. Rounding second base, she'll get the stop sign at third. And coming in to score there was Zariah Galvan. That might be the E9. A mound. No, it looks like they'll go in it with a change over in right field. Coming in, Allison Segala. As Coach Chris Riddell talks to his players, he's talking to Cody, Casey, and Taryn. I think if Coach Riddell felt like gambling there, he could have sent Taryn and seen what happened. Again, she's quick on the base pass, but definitely the right call to hold her up at third. 5-0, Lady Bucks on top. We've seen a Little League home run from Taryn in years past. In district play, I think it was up in Kermit back in the last time we played at their old ballpark before they got their new facility. Now, with their new facility, they have a big enough press box for yours truly. Presidio, I'm tucked away in a press box here as Cody Hawkins splits the left side of the infield. An RBI. Casey now steps in, the sophomore. Slightly choked up on the bat. Looking to square it up as Olivas delivers. It misses just away, 1-0. Olivas again, off speed, finds the zone at the belt line, now 1-1. It's Elena Gutierrez on deck again. Cody Hawkins over at first base with the RBI a moment ago. The tail end of the order all got base hits or in a walk for Lacey Tarango as this pops off the catcher, and Cody will advance. Misses for a ball as well, 2-1. I guess it was Emily Sweet, Lacey Tarango, and Reina Martinez all getting aboard after Emiliana Hernandez. But again, then it was Emily Sweet with a single, Lacey Tarango with a walk, Reina Martinez a single, Soraya Galvan a double. Taryn Harden got 3 bases on the E9 as this misses away. 3-2 now to Casey. And Cody with the single a moment ago. It over the glove of the shortstop out to left field. Cody gets the stop sign, and there's Hawkins at the corners. The Hawk over at third, the Hawk number 2 over at first base for Alina Gutierrez. Again, I talked about it earlier. Cody's having to head out to the state powerlifting meet. She's leaving, I think, at 3 a.m. is the plan this next morning. Couldn't miss softball. The other competitors, Nada Morris. And I'll have the other name here in a minute as this finds the zone for a strike. Have already left. Again, are already on the road in Edinburgh, Texas. Here's the 0-1. A bunt laid foul. Now 0-2. It was Casey taking second base a moment ago. Do you know where Edinburgh is? South Texas. Coach Friedel talks to his 5 spot. Again, down. Wait for a pitch to hit. The 0-2, down in the dirt. Now 1-2. Maybe choke up on the bat as well. And Groves, she'll collect. Casey back to second base. She flips it over to second, and it pops off the second baseman out to shallow center field. Everybody's safe. It's Cody coming in to score, and 7-0. We got to go with the E4 there. Not that anybody's counting. I think somebody's doing stats here. Soraya's dad, and again, my stats might not mirror his. I would not argue. Looking to his infield, and he's really just one away, and we've gone all the way around the order to the first batter of the inning. Emiliana corners. We'll see if Alina's off and running. The delivery, it is Alina heading for second base, and the second baseman steps up and cuts off the throw. That's the right decision over there on the right side. With that double steal look, the runner over at third, they're just cutting off the throw because expecting Casey to come in as this has popped up to right field, and it's the right fielder who's just checked into the game with the grab and the out. The Ladybucks sent Casey on home, and she's hosed from right field in a tough play. Colliding with the catcher. That's more aggressive than they allow in baseball, but they'll let them play here in softball. 2 away, or 2 out in the inning, a double play. It was the 9-2 double play. As the Lady Bucks tried the sac fly, we're headed to the bottom of the second inning. Alpine up 7-0.
At your local McCoys, they make purchasing materials for your do-it-yourself or large construction project as easy as possible. You choose between buying online or in the store, either picking it up in the store or having it delivered to the job site. At McCoys, they know your time is valuable, and their pros will make sure that your materials arrive at your home or job site on time so that you can get the job done and get on to the next one. McCoys, let's build something. Proud sponsors of Alpine ISD Sports.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in
Again, we're back here in Presidio, Texas, where the Lady Bucks are on the road in their second game in district play. I'm trying to work through some technical difficulties up here. I'll let y'all know how it goes. Taryn finished the first with back-to-back strikeouts. Now it's Camilla Ortega, the left fielder, in 5 spot for Presidio. Again, Alpine up 7-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. And what might be their biggest district rival this season, it's going to be Kermit or Presidio. Anthony has some surprising results on the years. This finds the zone for a strike, now 1-1 to the 5 spot. But Coach Chris Friedel has scheduled a whole bunch of non-district opponents throughout district play to keep the Lady Bucks playing some top. I think Midland Legacy will be on that list. Maybe Brownwood. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 called on the inside. There's 3 Ks in a row for Taryn Harden. He played basketball, also playing baseball. As they start district play on Friday, this misses inside 1-0 to Luisa Maria Valenzuela. 1-0, a swing and a miss. The first baseman here. And the 1-1 is fouled back. That's right back towards Zariah a couple of times already today. As Taryn tries to get her 4th strikeout in behind the netting off the rafters. There's only about 2 inches of space up there, but it was able to squeeze in behind. Again, we'll go over the defensive look for Alpine. It's Darren Harden in the circle, Zariah Galvan, the catcher. Reyna Martinez over at first base. As there's a swing and a miss, it was the off-speed, really an ephus from Taryn Harden. Luisa Maria Valenzuela had to react late on what she thought was a ball, but was dropping back into the zone. And again, she swings and misses for the 3rd strikeout. No, 4th strikeout in a row and 4th of the ball game for Taryn. Over at second base is Lacey Tarango. Then it's Emily Sweet at shortstop, Cody Hawkins at third. It's the first pitch to the 3rd batter here is a foul ball in the batter's box. Now, Kazira Armendariz. Hawkins and Alina Gutierrez. Here's the 0-1, the righty. Taryn leans and fires the 1-2, finds the zone on the outside. 3 batters faced, 3 strikeouts in the inning for Taryn Harden, 2 of them looking. And she's stricken out 5 in a row. It's 7-0 Alpine heading into the top of the 3rd.
Has joint care, but it's finally time for a new knee or hip. Big Bend Regional Med Certified or
Lowe's.
Lady Bucks up 7-0 as we head into this top of the 3rd. First pitch to Sweet. Sent foul towards the Presidio dugout. After here, Casara Olivas. As the 0-1 comes, it drops low. Now, spilled some avocado on my shorts earlier, so I got green on too. Here's the 2-1, a bunt up the middle. Olivas collects and sends to Lacey Tarango now takes the first pitch high, 1-0. Today with the gold pants here on St. Patrick's Day. Now foul ball, 1-2. Taken by Lacey to the 8th spot. Three-two right up the middle. And Oliva's telling herself, I need the strike on the 3-2. Tarango knew the strike was coming, and again, got a good barrel on the ball. As the 9th spot steps in, Reina Martinez. Yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties here. I guess our internet isn't operating at 100% as this drops, finds the zone 0-1 to Martinez. We got update from Alpine Fighting Buck Golf as well, and their tournament back in Alpine. As there's a check into first, it'll be getting back in Alpine. It was Ace Granado shooting a 79, David Baca an 88, Luis Lujan a 93, Camilo Celea a 95, and Jane Rogo a 99. Ace got first place overall. David Baca won longest drive. We'll go over JV as well as the 2-1 comes to Reina. She fouls it off, now 2-2. Kiki Valenzuela shot 102 and Wyatt Warren 130. 2-2 count again for Reina Martinez with a runner at first base. Again, Lady Bucks up 7-0. Reina continues to battle. Here's the 2-2. Grounded towards the first baseman. It's first baseman on first baseman. Assault there as Reina grounds out to her first base counterpart. There's 2 away. Top of the lineup back around Soraya Galvan. She's 1 for 2 with a hard hit ball at the third baseman and a double. Y'all call it third base woman in softball? I think I'll keep calling them a third baseman. First pitch and off speed, high and away to the catcher. With Taryn Harden on deck. Soraya now loops this out to right field, past the glove of the right fielder into the corner. It's Soraya heading to second base. She gets the stop sign there. She scores Lacey Tarango from second. It's back-to-back doubles for Galvan. Taryn Harden now. First pitch to Taryn is looped out to left field, and it's down for a base hit. Taryn headed for second base. Now she's in between first and second as the throw scoots on past the second baseman. It's Soraya coming in to score, and Taryn Harden with another double. If you gave her a hit on the second one when I ruled an error, she's got 2 doubles and a triple as the Lady Bucks lead 9-0. Here's Cody Hawkins. Taking it low and away. It's in the dirt. Taryn's off and running for third base. The throw to third was close to being in time, but the grab not made. And it's 1-0 at the plate for Cody. Cody 1-for-1 with reaching on an error as well. Says misses high. 2-0. Police making their rounds in the outfield, driving in behind the fence. As she takes the 2-0 right up the middle to give the Lady Bucks a 10-0 lead. And Cody Hawkins with another RBI on the day. And Coach Chris Friedel talks to Casey. Casey swings at the first pitch. It's looped out to right where the grab is made to send us to the bottom of the third. 10-0 Alpine. We'll be back in a minute.
They're good for the garden, good for the shop, good for construction, good for household chores. And right now they're sale priced at $3.69 a pair at Morrison's True Value Hardware store. We're talking about True Grip men's nitrile-coated gloves that give you a sure non-slip grip under most any circumstance. Available in sizes medium, large, and extra large, these gloves are the go-to pair for most any job inside or out. Grab some and save over $2 a pair at Morrison's True Value Hardware store.
Do you need better internet in West Texas? Mountain Zone TV delivers reliable wireless broadband with no credit checks and no contracts. Whether you're streaming, working from home, or running a local business, Mountain Zone TV is built for rural living. Proudly serving Fort Davis, Marathon, Marfa, and Presidio with fast, dependable local service. Mountain Zone TV, connecting West Texas. Call them up at 432-837-2300.
Alpine out here defensively. Just a reminder, the run rule is 15-run lead through 3 innings or 4 innings. So if a team is up by 15 runs in the 3rd or 4th inning, the game will end, and it's 10 runs after 5. As the Lady Bucks lead 10-0 here in the bottom half or the home half of the 3rd. It's Presidio up to bat. Taryn Harden has 5 straight strikeouts. Only 1 hit on the day. For the 2 spot, Carolina Lores. It's 8-9 here. 2 up. This is the right fielder who came in and checked in, and Allison. Nope, that's wrong. This is the second baseman, Yuritsa Alpine. The right fielder is a defender only, as this is fouled off. I believe the count is 1-1. I'm not certain. Here's the second pitch, down low. 2-1 the count. Darren leans and fires as this is grounded right in front of the plate. It's Araya collecting, flipping to first base in time. And the umpires are going to discuss whether it's fair or foul. I didn't see that first hop. And they'll confirm a fair ball as Pina is retired. There's one away on the 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-3 put out. Zaylin Germano now. Swings and misses. Took a big hack there, 0-1. It looked like a good hack for the 9 spot. She's the shortstop as well. Again, take a nice little swing. It's 0-2. As Taryn attacks high, she's been just underneath. Taryn looking towards the dugout where I believe it's Mark Miranda calling pitches. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt down low, 1-2. Again, 1 away. This is the 9 spot, Germano. As she swings through it, strike 3. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 3rd. Quesada Olivas trying to add to the 1 hitter, the 1 spot back around, and the pitcher today. Another right-hander. So that confirms it. We've got 9 righties in the Lady Buck lineup and 9 righties in Presidio's lineup. This misses inside. Here's the 1-0. Now high and away. The only player to get a hit on the day for Presidio is on deck. As Taryn in white, purple, and gold leans and fires. She'll find a foul ball now, 2-1. Shout out to Coach Marco Gomez for giving us that golf update, by the way. One in on the hands and fouled off. Maybe some arm side run there for Taryn. Taryn delivers. This is grounded on the right side. The second baseman collects and fires for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Ladybucks up 10-0. We'll be back in a minute here from Presidio.
Skinner's Drilling and Well Service offers everything you need when it comes to solar well pump system installation and maintenance. Whether you're looking to cut electricity costs or need solar power in an area where electricity is not readily available, Skinner's Drilling and Well Service has some solar options that you'll want to consider. By the way, these systems are upgradable over time. Call Skinner's Drilling and Well Service, LLC at 837-2497, Texas license number 2838A1.
When West Texas weather hits hard, your roof has to be tougher. That's why local homeowners and businesses trust Talent Roofing. From storm damage and repairs to full roof replacements, Talent Roofing delivers honest work, fair pricing, and results that last. No shortcuts, no guesswork, just quality craftsmanship from a team that knows West Texas roofs inside and out. Call them up at 432-837-7009.
Five, 6, and 7 due up here in the top of the 4th. That's Elena Gutierrez, Emiliana Hernandez, and Emily Sweet. It's a timeout in the batter's box from Alina. As the right fielder steps back in, she'll take the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. She reached on what I ruled an E4 last time. Could have been a hit. This misses up high, 2-0. To Gutierrez. Lady Bucks need 5 runs in this half inning if they want to win their second district game in this half inning. As Alina grounds it on the left side. Shortstop collects and sends across in time on away. Emiliana Hernandez now. Emmy 0 for 2 with a hard line out to the third baseman and a fly out to right field. So finding the barrel as this one misses low and away to our left fielder on the day. Really a regular left fielder. Emiliana listed here as a senior. One of a few seniors as she sends this one foul on the right side now, 1-1. Other seniors are shortstop Emily Sweet. Cody Hawkins at third base is a senior. And that rounds out the seniors. We got 3 seniors on the team. Sweet, Hernandez, and Hawkins. Here's the 1-1. Looping off speed up high. Now 2-0. Looks like we're getting timeout from left field. So the left fielder can get after a ball from a youngster that got into play. I think they're taking live at-bats in the bullpen area right now. They fouled it over the top. The 2-1. Yeah, they are taking live APs. Here's the 2-1. Emiliana lines it towards the pitcher. It pops over to the second baseman, but the quick senior gets to first in time as they'll check out Olivas. I'm not sure where it caught her from what they're looking at. It looks like it was on the wrist or on the arm. And it looks like it's painful. This is definitely the top pitching option for Presidio on the season. We'll sit to a quick break here while the senior, or I'm sorry, Quesada Olivas talks to the coaches.
A new year is here, and with it comes all kinds of new resolutions. Do yourself a favor and make 2026 the year of best resolutions with Big Canyon TV. We offer smart Samsung TVs with resolutions so high you have to see them to believe them. And Big Canyon staff has made the resolution year in and year out to make sure the job is done right and the customer is always happy. Big Canyon TV, 610 North 5th, or call us at 837-748.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
The birds are back, and so are the specials on bird food at Morrison True Value Gardens. Right now, during the March sale, Morrison's features the big 20-pound bag of multi-purpose backyard wild bird food for just $8.99. And be sure to pick up a green thumb leaf rake with 22 steel tines, regularly $19.99, now priced at $14.99. Sale prices are good through Monday, March 23rd at your locally owned Morrison True Value Gardens in Alpine.
We hope Casara Olivas is all right and will be all right for the rest of the year as she heads back to the locker room, talks to the coaching staff who maybe put her on ice. And coming into pitch now is Itzel Galindo. She was the designated player. Her first two warm-up pitches sailed to the backstop, but has since started to find the zone. We'll see how she does again. She's not an everyday option, it seems like, and just trying to find her rhythm up there, warming up in the circle. She gets as long as she likes with the injury of the starting pitcher. Yeah, she's consistently finding the zone now. Again, Lady Bucks up 10-0 here in the top of the fourth inning. With one away, it was Emmy Liana sending a rocket at the pitcher a moment ago. As Emily Sweet steps in. It was a 3-inning, 15-0 win for the Lady Bucks against Anthony in the district opener at home last week. That's the minimum. I wasn't there. It might have been a situation. We've seen that plenty of times in district play where the Lady Bucks were getting intentionally out after the 15-0 lead. But Presidio has fought a harder battle than that we've seen from some district opponents. And again, losing their starting pitcher. We'll see how things go when Itzel Gaindo starts up. It's the center fielder right now throwing a party. Or the outfielders throwing a party for Presidio. They're diving all over the grass. Playing imaginary catch. And after warming up, I've never seen this. It's Al Gaindo running back to the dugout. Maybe changing which face mask, changing her glove, something like that. I have seen guys warm up, and halfway through the warm up, they call to the dugout for a new pair of cleats. They're an Alpine Cowboy baseball. They are still playing imaginary catch in the outfield as she warms up. Again, with the injury, she gets as long as she wants. I don't think it's technically as long as you want, but there's some sort of limit, but you get a long time. And I think she's ready to go. Emily Sweet. Again, here against Itzel Gaindo. As they get the lineups and the situation situated. We'll see if the Lady Bucks are swinging too. I think traditionally, let's say it was a 1-1 game right now. You watch the warm-ups, you would say, all right, be really patient in your at-bats. Don't swing away. But maybe here with the 10-0 lead, the Lady Bucks might be swinging at something close to the zone. as Emily Sweet steps in. Wearing number 1, the right-handed shortstop with the rocket pop rocket pop bat. This misses up high, 1-0. Center fielder shifts over to the pull side for the righty as this misses high. They'll check into first base. Emiliana gets back in. The 2-0. Smacked up the middle. Emily Sweet with a base hit out to center field as the Lady Bucks have runners at first and second base. I see Tarango now. 1 for 1 with a walk today. A couple of nice plays made at second base. That's a new name for me. Let's see what year she is. A sophomore. Looks like she can catch as well. As Lacey takes this away, 1-0. Well, high and away off the backstop. Runners advance. It's 2-0. Brenda Martinez on deck. In the hole as this misses away 3-0 is Sarai Galvan. Rio down in the dirt, ball 4. Two walks on the day for Tarango. Now it's Reyna, who's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Martinez fouls off the first pitch. Just chopped it straight down. It tucked in behind the third baseline. Well away, 1-1. One and two now for Martinez. Infield playing in as they'll ring up Martinez. Backwards K as she watches it go by. Now 2 away for Zariah. Back-to-back doubles for Zariah. It's been Zariah and Taryn with, 2 doubles for Zariah. Taryn has 2 doubles and the E9, which could be called a triple. As this misses inside, 1-0. Now well on inside, 2-0 to the 1 spot. Inside, ball 3. If you're just tuning in, the starting pitcher got hurt a moment ago in Olivas, and we have a backup pitcher in now for Presidio. Lady Bucks were up 10-0 at that point in time. Still up 10-0. Bases loaded, 2 outs, and this is back behind Zariah. A walk with the bases loaded will give the Lady Bucks their 11th run of the game. Taryn Harden now stepping in. We've got more softball action back in Alpine later this week. It'll be Friday and Sunday, where Sul Ross State softball has a couple of home games. This misses high and away, 1-0 to Taryn. Sul Ross baseball's on the road, and again, Alpine swing and a miss. A late strike call, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 to Taryn. She'll pop it up in on the hands towards the shortstop, through her glove. Lady Bucks advancing as the left fielder steps up and collects. It's Taryn spying over to second base. They'll send the runner around third. Man, okay, so there was an error on the infield. Really, the shortstop had a tough time making its way past the advancing base runner. Maybe that's what the coach is talking to the umpire about. But after that, it would have been Taryn at first, and the runner stuck over at third. But Taryn prodded off of that first base bag. They sent the throw over to first, and she was too quick over to second. While she moved over to second, they sent the throw to second base. It was off the mark, and the Lady Buck at third came in to score to make it 14-0. So that 15th run at second base somehow every single time Taryn stepped up to the plate, she's ended up in scoring position. And Cody Hawkins is 2 for 2, reaching on an error as well. She leans in as this misses high and away, 1-0. Casey on deck. The catcher walks up, tosses it to the pitcher, and tries to walk Taryn back to second base. Fouled off. Cody back in. The 1-1 sent foul. Now 1-2 to the Hawk. Has a bunch of home runs this year. I don't know the exact count. Need to ask her. Trying to eclipse double digits as that finds the zone on the outside. Strike 3 called. The zone's a little bit bigger right now, but it's 14-0, and we'll play the 5th inning before heading on out of here. We'll be back in a minute.
In today's connected world, digital wellness matters. It's about staying safe online, finding balance at home, and having peace of mind with the technology you use every day. At BBT, we believe your internet should work for you. That's why we offer smart tools that help protect your network, manage screen time, and give you control, all backed by local support you can trust. Because healthy connections build stronger communities. Call 800-592-4781 or visit bigbend.com today.
Whether you're here to explore Big Bend, cheer on the Lobos, or just watch the West Texas sunset, Hampton Inn and Alpine is your home away from home. Wake up refreshed in a cozy bed. Enjoy our hot breakfast, always free. Just minutes from Sul Ross State University in downtown Alpine, we put comfort and convenience on the map. Hampton Inn and Alpine, where West Texas hospitality meets Hilton comfort. Book today at hampton.com.
At Maverick Bank, we don't just bank, we break the mold. Bold, independent, and built for Texas. We make decisions locally with your goals in mind. Whether you're growing a business, buying a home, or planning for the future, we're here to help you move forward. Visit www.maverick.bank or stop by your nearest location in Alpine, Fort Davis, or Presidio. Maverick Bank, legacy-driven, future-focused. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Enjoy the familiar comforts of Holiday Inn Express as you explore the mysterious beauties of West Texas. We offer spacious rooms with large bathrooms, complimentary breakfast that will spoil your taste buds, free Wi-Fi, fitness center, indoor pool, and even electric vehicle charging. Holiday Inn Express, your oasis in the desert in Alpine, Texas.
One base runner thus far for Presidio as the Ladybugs lead 14-0. It'll be the 2 spot. And the only base runner of the day, Carolina Lares, with the lone single for the ball club, stepping in, the righty against the righty, Taryn Harden. Taryn leans and fires. There's a strike found. A swing and a miss for that 2-hole number 17. This is the center fielder again. Inside. Caught a ball 1-1. Get the 3-hole Lea Vasquez on deck. Then Itzel Gaindo in the hole. 1-1. Just inside now, 2-1. Swing and a miss now, 2-2. And an off-speed miss is just inside, 3-2. Let's see if we have I think we might have new opponents next year in the softball district. It was posted on the Instagram account for Alpine ISD as this misses for a ball. The first walk of the day, and Carolina has 2 walks, the only base runner, and she's gotten aboard twice. I'm going to have to go way back. That Instagram account is good at being active. Half the time I get my news from it to relay to y'all. The new districts. I don't know if I'm going to find them. We thought that Alpine was going to be in the new district or in 2A in the new district situation as there's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2 to the 3-spot Lea Vasquez. That runner at first base. But they moved the size of the district down a couple of kids. And Alpine, despite shrinking in size, is staying at the 3A level after they went under the total for last year. That's why we're not 2A this year. The volleyball district is Alpine, Anthony, Crane, Kermit, Presidio, Tornillo. So that only adds Crane, but still Crane would be a welcome addition on the softball side of things. Alpine's basketball district is unchanged. It's these same 5 teams as Taryn Harding gets a strikeout. Here's to hoping we add Crane or somebody to the softball district. It's out Gaindo, the designated player who's come in and pitched for Olivas, who got hurt in the last half inning. Takes this low 1-0. Now 1-1 to Gaindo. Ground ball on the right side. Ladybugs block it up, send it first, not in time. The base hit there. There's 2 aboard for Presidio with 1 away. And it's 14-0 ball game. Camilla Ortega now. Cody cheating up to the third baseline. As the bunt comes, it's Cody attacking. She eyes for a throw and sends it to first. Squeaks under the glove of the first baseman, and Presidio scores a run. Cody trying to eye that opportunity for the double play, and again sent that throw just a bit late. Still in the breadbasket of Martinez, but I think you got to give the E5 there. As Presidio has scored their first run, it's 14-1. This is Luisa Maria Valenzuela. Popping it up on the infield. It's Zaraya. Mask and all making the grab. 2 away. Kazira Armendariz now. With 2 in scoring position, 2 down, and a 14-1 Alpine lead. That's unearned for Taryn as well. As she sets and fires, it's fouled back 0-1. So 2 years ago, the Lady Bucks were taken out in the playoffs by River Road in the second round, as there's a swing and a miss 0-2. Last year was a first-round loss to La Mesa, who had an Angelo State commit, another top 25 D2 program at shortstop. As Taryn sets and fires the 0-2. Strike 3 down Broadway, sending us to the 5th. Lady Bucks up 14-1. We'll be back in a minute.
Stephanie from Dr. Seuss. I got a note. He's got a car. He's got a boat. And if we have time, can we give him a quote?
Of course we can, Renee. And we can do it today. And if he likes, a policy for his bikes or his home. Does he live in a dome? We can cover his travels if he likes to roam.
Well, we'll cover it all. I'll give him a call.
If it's insurance you need, call Tally Reed, 837-3459. You'll be fine here in Alpine.
At your local McCoys, they make purchasing materials for your do-it-yourself or large construction project as easy as possible. You choose between buying online or in the store, either picking it up in the store or having it delivered to the job site. At McCoys, they know your time is valuable, and their pros will make sure that your materials arrive at your home or job site on time so that you can get the job done and get on to the next one. McCoys, let's build something. Proud sponsors of Alpine ISD Sports.
Alpine Community Credit Union wants to thank Alpine and its residents for making Alpine such a terrific place to live by supporting its customers with the best professional and friendliest service in town. Federally insured, they can help you with loans, businesses, savings, or any banking need that you might have. Experience our beautiful clean lobby and that down-home professional small-town courtesy that you can only expect from, well, a small town. Alpine Community Credit Union.
$14 to 1 heading into the fifth inning. Ladybucks need to go scoreless to prolong the game, and Presidio needs to score at least 4 runs. So again, this will likely be the last inning of the ball game as the Ladybucks improve to 2-0 in district play. 14 to 1. Casey Hawkins due up. Casey, Alina, and Emmy Liana. The sophomore Casey takes the first pitch away, 1-0. Two and 0 as this misses well away. You know, I have this theory with softball. I've heard it said in basketball before as well. Is if you line two teams up side by side and try to pick the team that would win in a street fight, I think that team would also win in a softball game, and I think the Lady Bucks would have the advantage in a street fight and would have the advantage today in the softball game. It's the 3-0 comes to Casey Hopkins. Well away, ball 4. I think we've got the size and stature advantage against Presidio here. As again, Elena Gutierrez steps in. We've got a pinch runner coming in over at first base, number 00. That's Aaliyah Garcia. Again, Aaliyah Garcia running at first. First pitch to Aaliyah, well inside, 1-0. You know, back to that same metric, though, the street fight metric. We talked earlier about West Texas A&M, the number 2 team in the country at the number 1 team in the country at the D2 level, and I think the street fight metric works very well with that squad. I think they look like they'd win a street fight against any program in the country as this finds his own first strike. Go 2-1. This is in on the hands and fouled off. Now 2-2. To Elena. 2-2, well high, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. Ball 3. That didn't add up. Now 3-2. Outside ball 4. Pitch early there as Emiliana Hernandez steps in. She was the one who sent that line drive off the pitcher. Olivas, again, totally unfortunate. And Olivas might be tucked in that dugout with some ice on her arm. But we will not see as this comes in. It's off the hands of Emiliana. They tag. The runner headed to second. And flip to first, not in time. There's one away. Almost had a nice double play from the second base position there in Pina. The fielder's choice again retires. Alina heading to second as Emiliana grounds out into the fielder's choice. It's Emily Sweet now. With runners at the corners and one away. 14-1, Ladybucks on top. Emiliana heading to second. The throw misses over on the second base side, and the Ladybug pinch runner, Leah Garcia, stays put over at third. Coach Friedel using this as a coaching moment to talk to her about the opportunity, maybe heading home as that ball missed the mark and missed the second baseman, as this misses well inside, right behind the numbers of Emily Sweet. 2-0. That's a good location if your coach told you to, or not your coach, if I guess no coach here at the high school level is doing it, but if your coach told you to peg somebody, you'd put it where Emily was missed a moment ago as this finds the zone 2-1. Now Emily a foul ball, 2-2. Rocket pop bat again in Emily's hands as the 2-2 comes. It's in on the hands softly with some backspin over on the third base line as it trickles foul. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 up high. And the 3-2 will catch Emily Sweet on the leg. An HBP would have been ball 4 regardless, and Lacey Tarango steps in. Now the base is loaded with one away. Ladybucks have scored in every inning. It was one run in the first as they tried to get up to speed and get things going. Were really able to do so in the second with 6. Scored 3 in the third, now 4 in the fourth. And again, the base is loaded. No runs have scored yet in the fifth, and just one away for Lacey. She takes this low and inside. 8th in the order, Lacey Tarango 1 for 1 with 2 walks today. A solid outing at second base, the 1-0. Up high, 2-0. Lacey laces this one out to right field. It'll get to the wall. 1 will score. 2, they'll send Sweet around third. Lacey heads into second base with a bases clearing double. 3 RBIs. Now 2 for 2 is Tarango. And she's got a case to battle with Taryn Harden and Zariah Galvan for the player of the game today. Brandon Martinez now. takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. She steps back into the first baseman in the freshman. Now low and away, 2-0. High and away, ball 3. And away, just away. A 4-pitch walk will put Reyna at first base. Runners at first and second. One spot back around Zariah Galvan. She's 2 for 3 with a walk. Coaching staff's going to come and talk to their pitcher. We'll send to a quick break when he does it.
Has joint pain been slowing you down, maybe for years? If you've participated in general orthopedic care, but it's finally time for a new knee or hip, Big Bend Regional Medical Center now offers total joint replacement procedures right here in Alpine. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Daniel Vandaloon is pleased to partner with the hospital so patients can go through both surgery and rehabilitation while remaining close to home. For more information on the joint replacement program, visit us at bigbendhealth.com.
Lowe's Market trade.
A quick conversation on the mound. Now it's Zariah tying her shoe. I guess in the circle. No mound. No elevated surface to pitch from. There's no bump, no mound, no hill. The flat circle. I wonder what the purpose of the circle is. Maybe you can't step out of it. As this is lined up the middle, the first pitch Zariah sees, back out to center field. The throw in from center, pops off the second baseman, and coming in to score is Lacey Tarango. 3 for 4 now is Zariah. Again, Taryn Harden is 2 for 2. Reaching on 2 errors as well, and she has found herself with reaching third on the E9 and reaching second on the E4, meaning she's been in extra bases in all 4 at-bats today. The starting pitcher as well, who's only given up 2 hits in the game and 1 walk. Zariah's going to leave the base early for the second out here in the inning. So the Ladybucks have entered that mode. Again, 2 outs. Taryn takes this first strike on the inside 0-1. Again, Zariah was told to leave that base early. This is misses well behind Taryn, 1-1. Or 1-2. Taryn swung at a high and inside pitch, and you saw the smile on her face in the middle of the swing. Down herself, why did I swing at that? Here's the 1-2. Well high, 2-2. That's been the Ladybug kind of own version of the mercy rule. We've seen it at times in district play all 3 years. We saw it a bunch during Kermit. I think there was a whole inning against Kermit where we had a base runner. We tell her to step off. We had a base runner. We told her to step off. And now Taryn caught on the numbers with 2 away, runners at first and second. We might not see this Cody Hawkins at bat. I hope we do. Coaching staff coming to talk to the pitcher. At this point, I'm not sure what it's about. Maybe he's talking. It looks like he's talking to the second baseman too. But with 2 outs in the final inning of the game, the Lady Bucks had intentionally given an out a moment ago. A funny time for a mound conversation. I see Cody Hawkins' little brother Trevor right in the front row getting a good angle on his camera, trying to catch a hawk bomb. First pitch misses low, 1-0. And Cody lines a soft one up the middle. It'll be a base hit for the Hawk. And the Lady Bucks. It was Taryn. Oh, man. Taryn ran all the way to third. So there were 2 runners at third. The catcher ate the throw back to second, and Taryn ran all the way back to second. I think Taryn's just being aggressive on the base pass as they'll step off and end the inning. Ladybucks gift the last out. Again, I think Taryn was looking for a Little League extra couple bases, just running around till they get that last out. It's 18-1 Ladybucks heading to the bottom of the 5th in the final half inning of the game.
They're good for the garden, good for the shop, good for construction, good for household chores. And right now, they're sale priced at $369 a pair at Morrison's True Value Hardware store. We're talking about True Grip men's nitrile-coated gloves that give you a sure non-slip grip under most any circumstance. Available in sizes medium, large, and extra large, these gloves are the go-to pair for most any job inside or out. Grab some and save over $2 a pair at Morrison's True Value Hardware store.
Do you need better internet in West Texas? Mountain Zone TV delivers reliable wireless broadband with no credit checks and no contracts. Whether you're streaming, working from home, or running a local business, Mountain Zone TV is built for rural living. Proudly serving Fort Davis, Marathon, Marfa, and Presidio with fast, dependable local service. Mountain Zone TV, connecting West Texas. Call them up at 432-837-2300.
Hey, folks, we're back here again. Alpine up 18-1. And like I was talking about earlier in the game, we might see a few district opportunities and a few reps for our freshman Angelina Carter. And that's who's warming up right now in the circle, a true freshman. I guess everybody's a true freshman in high school, but the freshman Angelina Carter will pitch the final inning of today's district game against Presidio. Other than that, Taryn Harden has moved to center field. Out and right now is number 12. Isla Carpenter. In left, Destiny Salguero. And just the changes in the outfield and the freshman pitching. So, again, Carpenter in right, Salguero in left. Carpenter delivers, and the first pitch is sent looping towards Emily Sweet. 1 pitch, 1 out for the freshman. Carter. That was the 8 spot. And the 9 spot now. Again, she took some big hacks last time around. Let's see if she can find some contact off the hand of the freshman. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Again, 18-1 Alpine up here in the bottom of the 5th. It'll end in a mercy rule as this is popped up into foul territory and out of reach for the left fielder Salguero and Cody Hopkins. Carter rocks and fires the 0-2, an off speed that finds the dirt before the plate. The 1-2 line just past the glove of the second baseman. Tarango, again, it tipped off the top of her glove. She still had a good jump in that direction, but unable to stop it up. Definitely not an error. That's a hit all the way, as the 1 spot comes back around again. That was held by the pitcher earlier, and now it's number 9, Angelina Ramirez. Ramirez will take that on the inside hip, and HBP puts her at first. Presidio needs to score 8 runs to keep this game going, which I don't imagine will happen for the freshman here. This first pitch misses 1-0 to the 2 spot. Flores, the center fielder. As the 1-0 finds the zone now 1-1. Carter, the freshman, rocks and fires. Low and inside now 2-1 to the 2 spot. Off speed misses just high. Strike found, 3-2. Down here in Presidio, the closest district rival. A couple of Presidio Blue Devils now playing up in Sol Ross. I know Rene Ramos is on the baseball team. He's hurt this year, but still on the roster as this is fouled off 3-2, stays the count. That might be it. The head coach for Presidio basketball is a Lobo alumni. Coach Robert Romero. Here's the 3-2. Off speed, drops in for strike 3. Backwards K for the freshman Carter. And Leah Vasquez steps in. Vasquez, a swing and a miss. Counts 0-1. As Presidio's down to their last out. Runners at first and second, trailing 18-1. As the freshman Carter sends the 0-1 towards the batter. It's a foul ball as Cody was attacking down the third baseline. She was trying to get there to keep it in play and keep the ball in her glove to send the throw to first, but it was just out of reach as she was running up the line. And 0-2 to the 3 spot. This will be a foul ball. As Carter sets and fires the 0-2 pitch. That's inside, lifted high in the air to left field, ricocheting about 1 foot off the top of the wall. They'll send the run around third, the throw home, not in time. Zariah back to third, the tag in time there. Presidio will score a couple of runs on the last play of the ball game on a nice rip and drive by Leah Vasquez. But that's it, folks. That's our game. Our final score, 18-3. The Lady Bucks advance to 2-0 in district play. Again, I think Zariah Galvan, Taryn Harden. I think Taryn Harden is player of the game 9 times out of 10 in this situation as the starting pitcher. But again, she'll have a lot of opportunities as the starting pitcher. She had a great day at the plate. I think we had a good day, though, from our second baseman, Lacey Tarango, and she'll get my player of the game award as we send things off for today. Alpine Ladybug softball wins 18-3.